this topic at system and their environment. What is system and their environment? Why this topic has to come? If I have to develop my project, what type of the system, what type of environment has to be provided to do the projects? Here they have given it. It has to provide the interaction. It has to be very interacted, and it has to the current device capability, which is the current one. That capabilities, all the things has to be there to build my project. So according to the environment, what is environment? In sense, if which has to be get updated, OS, entire thing which is a very current environment situations, it has to be there to build the project. Here the Wi-Fi, which have the high resolution of displays, and Wi-Fi which is a very fast net, and which has a touch screens and a powerful CPU with a high bandwidth, it has to be get provided. And what is the system procurement? How we are going to purchase the system, how we are going to get the systems for my project is a system procurement. It is like how we are going to get the goods. Acquisitions, how I am going to get the goods, it is from the how I am going to get based on my need by organization. What is my need? Based on that I have to get the goods. Why I have to purchase the goods? It may be a CPU, it may be other hardwares, it can be the softwares or anything. What is COTS? And how it is, two things are there. It's like one is a contractor method. What is a contractor method? We have to make a, which are the contractors are there, we have to go for tenders or anything which is very less, we have to go to it. And another one which is very already it is there with me for the previous projects, I have to go with that goods. And what is system engineering is? System engineering already you know, it is interdisciplinary on process to make one project, or engineering the focus to build a project in a well manned, that is a system engineering. What it is, a process is there to build a system. What is the process is there? In a sense, if we have to follow the development cycle to fulfill the customer need, I have to do the system engineering process in a structured development process. How we have to model this? In a sense, the first is the data architecture. What are the data is there? We have to fetch the information is required, that we have to be explained in clear method. And second is the application architecture. Here we have to mention the objects, or how the object is going to interact with my objects, that it has to be cleared, and which the technology is required to do the projects, we have to be well known. It can be hardware or software, which are things is required, we have to do it. And the concept is the human factors. Yes, what is the human factors? Means human factors in my project. In the project, what is the part? In the sense, only the human here they are going to use my project. The human factors is the main thing, is going to design the product, and it's going to be process, and is going to be work under this environment. So this is the human factors. So in human factors, I have to tell first is the process changes. Yes, when the human get affected, in the sense when my process is changed. For example, for man-made is going to be changed in the automation. That is one type of changes in the human. That is a process. Second, a job changes. Suddenly the job is changed into the another method of if one job will be there, I will use only the manual, I will do that job. Now I have to get updated with the system, and I have to know the recent technology to do my job. That is also one affectable to the human. So they will explain the human factors. The third is the organizational changes. So some organization, this project, they will work and they will develop the project, we will work under to it. Suddenly due to the organizational changes, they will update to the another version, so we have to adapt to it. So these are all the human factors to face it. And system reliability engineering. What is reliability engineering? Why it has to come? Reliability, that is a trust. What the trust we have to give one building one project? What is the thing? The first is often measured as a probability of failure or a measure of the availability. For example, here what they are telling us, hardware reliability, we have to make a trust. The chances of hardware failure, we have to reduce it. If it happens, we have to repair it. All projects, only the software will work. We need some hardware support. The hardware which can be a speaker, can be anything, webcam or anything. that reliability that has to be there in the hardware. The same software or reliability, while we are delivering a product, not supposed to show the errors, the wrong calculations. It can be anything not supposed to come. For example, in grocery, the billing, it is there. We are making one billing project in a sense. If that calculations has to be very fine, it is an showing error, that is the we are not maintaining the reliability there. So we have to maintain it, and we have to give the correct result while operating our software. And third is the operator reliability. The operator has to be right. For example, he is handling that project, who is working in the client area, he has to know that how to work it, and without fail how we have to work it, he know that knowledge. So that is the operator reliability.